Hi guys, welcome back to Real Black Love with Sims and Pongs. We are bringing you another episode, exciting episode from our bedroom because we are not feeling grand. We are a bit sick, a bit fluey, both of us, but we decided that, you know what, let's still give them the episode and yeah.
Sure, guys. To those who are returning subscribers, thank you very much. And to those who are new, please subscribe and like.
And
also,
comment.
don't forget to hit the notification button
So
that you don't so that you don't miss anything that we put out.
Yeah.
Voila.
Cool.
Every relationship has its own core values that glue it together. Central to ours is love, family, and adventure. This is Real Black Love.
So in today's video, guys, we decided to talk about something that, in a way, it feels like it was a moment for us of introspecting on our relationship and where we are. And it ended up being a conversation, and we thought, let us share it with you guys. And basically, we were talking about whether we are in a quality relationship, you know, and what is it that qualifies our relationship for it to be a quality relationship? What are some of the things that we use in our own individual tick boxes that enable us to believe that this is a quality relationships? And we started having a conversation about relationships in general and how there are some people who are in relationships that they are not happy about, and where, to be honest, there's no quality. Yeah.
Quality.
So what is quality? What would you say is a quality relationship?
I think it's a relationship that serves you, serves your needs. Not a relationship that takes from you. It's a relationship that gives you something as you are giving something. Basically, you are getting something out of it, as opposed to only giving, and you don't receive anything. And hence I say serve you, because it's giving you something. So it could be, I mean, the list is endless as to what does the relationship need to give you or should give you. It could be a sense of love, belonging, a sense of security. It could be a number of things, you know. But when you find yourself giving those things and not receiving them back, then you're not getting the quality of the relationship, or qualities that should exist in the relationship, and therefore it's not a quality relationship for you.
I get you. I think for me, it all boils down to value. What is the value of the relationship, or what value does this relationship add to your life?
Yeah.
Because I am of a belief that I'm of a belief that I can survive on my own. I can survive through life being single and being alone. So if a relationship comes, I have to see value in that. There has to be something that I think to myself, I am better off with this relationship. So if I have a relationship that doesn't have value or add anything positive or good to my life, I'm better off without it. You know, so for me, it was very important to have that moment to reflect. What is it about our relationship that I can say there's value here? It's like buying something that doesn't serve a purpose. If you're in a relationship that doesn't have value, you buy a jersey because it's winter, believing that it's gonna look cute, but also make you warm. And if anything, it doesn't make you warm, it makes you cold. You understand? It does something that is contrary to what it's supposed to be for. I believe that relationships are supposed to be uplifting us and making us better people. So if a relationship makes you worse, like it leaves you depleted, it makes you more stressed. I don't believe that relationships should be the cause of our stress, our stresses, you know. We go through so many things as people, no matter which position of life you're in. We just go through so much that a relationship should be one place you don't need to stress about. You know, it needs to be that place. If the world is stressing you, your work is stressing you, your colleagues, your boss, your business affairs, everything is just going south. A relationship should be a place you come to and you feel like you are in your most rested place. Then I'm stressed there, and when I come here again, there's other things that are stressing me within the relationship. Then I feel like, is it really serving you? You understand?
Yeah, I agree that your partner should be where you run towards. And there should not be the cause for you to run towards elsewhere. You know,
run away from him
or her. Yeah. It should never be like that, because otherwise they are adding on to the stress that you already have, or to whatever you may label it, that you are trying to really get away from. And so, like I was saying to you when we were having a discussion, that it should be an oasis. You know, it should be, you're in the desert, and that place, there you will find your water and your rest and everything, as you've said, you know. So when you don't have that, I don't think you have a quality relationship where you feel like while in it, you can't enjoy the space that you share with your partner. That's a problem. And for me, it does not symbolize that there is that quality. Yeah, finding that peace and that rest and that, you know, solace in that relationship. And I think it's an important quality to have in a relationship, that don't be the reason, you know, don't add on to my stress, don't add on to my burdens in life as a partner. So yeah,
so from me, you shouldn't be getting stress, basically.
no,
or you shouldn't be more burdened
by you. Yes,
by me.
The relationship should not burden me. You know, because I believe, if ever, I think we need to sort of look or view it like those people who like to say, we build together, you know, because if we are not building together, if we are not working together in making the relationship to be what we want it to be, then there's one person who's doing the most work.
True.
And that person is going to end up being burdened, you know, by that work. So, but when we work together, when we share the responsibility of making the relationship to be what we want it to be, then it does not feel, or anyone, or none of us could complain to say we are burdened, because I am taking the weight that I feel like you can't carry on your own, and I share it, you know, with you.
Yeah.
The same with you. So even if it's an 80-20 split, 70, it depends, as long as you are considerate of the fact that I can't carry more than this much, and therefore you're gonna carry the rest, then I don't get overburdened, you know. So yeah.
with that, it has to be a shared burden. So there are
Not
things,
burden,
responsibility, but I'm saying a shared weight. I want to say a shared weight. If I am going through something, right, so I'm not causing stress, or I'm not adding a burden to you because that's who I am, or that's what I'm doing intentionally. I'm just going through something. Let's say I'm going through a situation where I'm about to lose my job, right? And obviously that's going to have an effect to our financial state. And it's also going to add to your own financial burden. But I feel like in that case, is it a burden? Like, is it this relationship burdening you, or this partner adding to your stress type of thing?
I think, first of all, as you were, I think burden, there is burden in the relationship, and burden is not really the problem. Overburdening is the problem, right? But I think how you need to view it is that, I mean, before I was faced with this reality or possibility of me losing my job, I would assume that things were good.
Grand, yeah.
So everything was good. Now that I lose my job, do you feel like I am burdening you? Or do you feel like that situation is burdening us in the relationship? Because if you feel like I am the reason why we are being burdened, then you are causing more burden to me. Because I am a victim of what happened, at work or with my whatever, my contract or whatever. And so I started, for example, COVID last year, right? People lost their jobs. Now, are you going to say he's burdening me or she's burdening me because I now have to take care of everything, whereas before she would take care of this and I would take care of that. So I don't think it's good to view that which is happening to him and subsequently happening to you guys as something that he brought onto himself. Unless he did something that really brought it on to himself, then he brought it on to you guys, right? But if the situation is that he didn't do it to himself, it's just a consequence of the fact that maybe the business where he works isn't doing well, and therefore they have to, lay down some people, some stuff. Then the victim isn't just him. You become the victim too.
True.
And he's not the one who's the, what do you call it? Whatever, the instigator, the
perpetrator.
Perpetrator.
Yeah.
So he isn't the perpetrator here. He's a victim and you are a victim because you guys are in the relationship. So you guys are victims and you shouldn't be fighting each other. You should be fighting the problem. So when you view things that happen externally, even if it was like, for you, it came as a, what do you call it, second-hand effect.
Yeah.
To say it was actually mine, but because we're in a relationship, it affects both of us. We need to have an understanding that it's not the partner who's causing it or who's coming with it.
Oh, he's not the cause of your stress, basically. The situation.
Exactly.
He's just the victim, and that is why it was important for us to bring it up, to say, when we talk about someone who doesn't bring value because they are bringing stress or they are bringing a burden or whatever, it was not a blanket approach type of thing. There are situations where someone is giving you stress or bringing stress into your y'all's lives because they are a victim of something. So they are going through something. It's not their fault. But there are times where this guy is actually the cause. He is the instigator, he's the perpetrator, he's the cause of the pain. If someone, for instance, is cheating on you, they are not a victim of anything. They are victimizing you.
They're a victim of temptation.
No worries, babe. They are victimizing you. So then that can make you question the value of that relationship. Yeah. So I am for value, like in all things, even in friendships. Just to deviate a bit, in friendships, things should bring value to your life, and if they don't bring value, then why are you keeping them there? And even the relationship, if a relationship is not bringing you value, it doesn't matter how long you guys have been together. It's important to have a moment of really looking back and sitting and saying, what value have you or has this relationship brought to my life? Or have you brought to my life? You understand?
Excuse me? Yes, I agree. Even your job, you need to take a moment to sit down and think, is it bringing me any value?
Yes.
So everything in life, you need to ask yourself, is he, is she,
am I
is
better
it?
off with or without?
Exactly. You know?
Because, babe, to be honest, it's like, I don't know, it's like getting into a business that is going to leave you more bankrupt and broke than before you started the business. Yes, there were prospects, but you are now more broke than before you started. You would have been better off not starting it at all.
Yeah.
So if a relationship is gonna leave you with stress, disorder, anxiety, all of these things, heart problems, now you are drinking chronic medication because you've been stressed as a result of this relationship, then there's no value for that. In fact, it devalues you and your well-being. You understand? So we need to constantly sit with our partners and introspect and look at things that we are into.
Not necessarily with our partners. I think that would be a great next step, but with yourself first, you know, so that because you need to find the value for yourself first. Linda, my value might lie somewhere else within the relationship, but on a different, you know, space or aspect of the relationship. So if we sit together, maybe I might even not focus on where my value lies within the relationship. And maybe you suddenly say, well, I don't see value. Then Linda Signahana, well, Linda, you know.
Yeah.
So you need to start first where now yourself, sit down, think, and evaluate things for yourself, and then come to sit with your partner and say, listen, the way things are going, I've been thinking, and I think here, there, you know, it's lacking, and I feel like that's the value that I need for myself, you know, in this relationship. Then you see, is it something that can be workable, or is it something that can't be workable? It can't be changed, you know. But a willing partner, when you have a willing partner, and it's something that can be workable, and they are willing, you know, to really work on that, then you guys can start to have or add on to the quality that you have already, or bring in the quality that you were lacking in the relationship.
So I think it's a willing partner as well as a partner who shares the same goals, relationship goals.
Vision.
Because there are
like
partners who are in a relationship, but the other partner feels like they're satisfied, they're being served. For them, everything looks proper. They are good, they are happier when they're not at home, and they come home later on to just eat and sleep. And for them, that is how they want their relationships to be. Whereas for the other party, they might be feeling that they are deprived, they are not communicating with this person all the time, they cannot even spend time together, they don't enjoy each other's company, and that makes them feel like they are not getting much out of the relationship. So if the both parties don't share the same values or the same goals, then that also needs to be established, and perhaps going your separate ways may not be a bad idea.
Sometimes it could be that the other party does not know better. So they think, because sometimes we are a product of our own environment. So what you grew up knowing and seeing, when you grow older, if you never saw anything that is better, and you've never felt that this can be it for yourself, then you don't go searching for what you don't know and what you have never felt that you need to search for.
Yeah.
So you find yourself settling, not because you thought you had options, but this is all you knew, and therefore you just become that person. But maybe perhaps if the other party is willing, they could show the quality. They could bring that alternative to the table so that he or she sees that there could be more to this, than just how we are right now. I could do this for you. You could do this for me. This is how it would make me feel, So the conversation of ideals, of the vision of the relationship should be had, so that they can both understand, or we can both understand what the other person needs and expects from me, so that they are satisfied, And if I'm willing, it's done. It's gonna be great, But if I'm not, then I think you have a very easy decision to make.
Very easy.
Depending. But that's another topic for another day.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, at the center of it all is being able to communicate with each other, being able to put our expectations and our truth and reality out there without feeling like you're going to offend the other person. Be honest with me to say, no, but babe, I don't get the same thing that I used to get from our relationship as I did when we started, or whatever the case is. But yeah.
Sometimes you never even got it from the start.
Yes.
And you've been expecting, or how, at least by now, I should have. So communicate these things, guys. Yeah. Don't live or don't stay in a relationship that does not serve you. The quality, right? Or the value.
The value, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Let us know down below what you think about this. And yeah, we are interested to hear your thoughts.
Sure, guys. Don't forget to like,
comment,
and subscribe. See you later.
Bye.